Forza Motorsport 4 is widely regarded as one of the best entries in the Forza series and a standout racing game of its generation. Released in 2011 for the Xbox 360, it struck a perfect balance between realism and accessibility, making it a favorite among both racing sim enthusiasts and casual gamers. The game featured refined driving physics, responsive controls, and a broad selection of over 500 cars from a wide array of manufacturers. Forza Motorsport 4's graphics, progression, Top Gear events, and innovation all made this iteration to the franchise a classic. The graphics in Forza Motorsport 4 were truly ahead of their time and remain one of the game's most celebrated features. For a title released on the Xbox 360, it pushed hardware to its limits, delivering crisp, high-resolution visuals that captured both the fine details of each car and the atmosphere of the tracks. Car models were incredibly detailed. Everything from the curvature of a fender to the texture of carbon fiber was rendered with remarkable precision. The game's lighting engine was especially impressive, giving cars a natural shine under the sunlight and creating realistic reflections on their surfaces as they moved through the different environments. Tracks were equally well crafted with dynamic skies, ambient environmental effects, and richly textured scenery that added to the sense of speed and realism. Whether racing through the tight corners of the Nürburgring or the wide open vistas of the Bernese Alps, each location felt unique and visually stunning. The game ran at a smooth 60 frames per second, which not only enhanced the responsiveness and feel of driving, but also made the visuals even more fluid and immersive. Then, there was the Auto Vista mode. This is one of Forza Motorsport 4's standout features, and it really showcased the game's graphical prowess. In this mode, players could walk around a selection of high-end cars in a virtual showroom, opening the doors, examining engines, and zooming in to admire every little detail. It was like a love letter to car design, and it made the vehicles feel almost tangible. The icing on the cake was that Jeremy Clarkson narrated all of the Auto Vista cars. The level of polish and realism in the graphics helped Forza Motorsport 4 not just look good, but feel like an authentic driving experience. While the graphics of Forza Motorsport 4 were amazing and innovative, you can't talk about this game without mentioning the progression system. The progression system in Forza Motorsport 4 was one of the things that kept players hooked for hours on end. It struck a near-perfect balance between skill and offering a steady, satisfying advancement no matter how good at the game you are. The core of the single-player experience was the World Tour mode, a dynamic and evolving campaign that adapted to your driving preferences and the type of cars you like to use. Instead of forcing you into a linear path, the game offered race events based on your current car, encouraging variety while still letting you play the way you want it. As you raced, you earned credits and experience points, both of which were vital to progression. Credits could be spent on new cars or upgrades, while XP contributed to leveling up both your driver and the manufacturers of the cars you used. The manufacturer loyalty system was a smart touch. It gave you perks and discounts the more you drove vehicles from the same brand, creating a sense of investment and rewarding you for sticking with your favorite. It made every lap feel like it was contributing to something bigger, whether that was unlocking your dream car or earning enough reputation to dominate tougher races. The game also featured a deep upgrade and tuning system, allowing you to modify your cars to suit different event types or personal driving styles. Whether you wanted to turn a stock Civic into a track beast or fine-tune an exotic supercar for precision handling, the progression system supported it. Plus, there was a strong community marketplace where players could buy and sell custom liveries, tuning setups, and even complete cars. All of this made progressing through the game feel less like a grind and more like a journey through a living, breathing world of car culture. While the progression system is amazing, you can't talk about Forza Motorsport 4 without mentioning the Top Gear integration. The integration of Top Gear into Forza Motorsport 4 was a game changer. It brought personality, humor, and a distinct sense of car culture to the experience that set it apart from other racing games at the time. One of the most notable elements was the involvement of Jeremy Clarkson, who provided voiceovers in the Auto Vista mode.
Children who spend too much time on their Xboxes often write to us at Top Gear and ask why we have yet to test this, the M12 FAV Warthog.
His commentary wasn't just informative, it was full of his signature wit and sarcasm, giving each car a bit of storytelling flair. Top Gear's presence went beyond just the voiceovers in the game. It also featured the Top Gear test track, faithfully recreated and fully drivable. Fans of the show were thrilled to finally race around iconic corners such as Hammerhead and Gambin in their favorite cars. There were even special Top Gear themed game modes and challenges. These included quirky races and events inspired by the show's outrageous antics, like bowling with cars or passing silly objectives while driving unusual vehicles. It brought a playful, lighthearted energy to a game that could otherwise be quite serious in tone. It's a big reason why the game resonated with so many players and is still remembered so fondly today. The Top Gear mode is amazing, but that's just one of the many innovations that Forza Motorsport 4 made. Forza Motorsport 4 was a major leap forward for the series, innovating in multiple areas and refining the foundation laid by its predecessors. While Forza Motorsport 3 was already a strong and respected racing game, game, Forza 4 took nearly every aspect of that formula and elevated it, making it more immersive, more accessible, and more visually impressive. One of the biggest innovations was the revamped physics engine. Thanks to a partnership with tire company Pirelli and the implementation of a new tire model, Forza 4 delivered significantly more realistic handling. Cars reacted more naturally to weight shifts, tire wear, and road surface changes, making races feel more dynamic and engaging. The force feedback and controller responsiveness were also improved, giving players a stronger sense of control and connection to the car. Graphically, Forza 4 was a huge jump over its predecessor. The lighting system was overhauled to include image-based lighting and ambient occlusion, giving the game a far more lifelike and cinematic look. Car interiors were more detailed, reflections were more accurate, and track environments looked richer and more alive. In my opinion, it was one of the best looking games on the Xbox 360, and it set a new bar for what racing games could look like on that generation of hardware. Forza Motorsport 4 also added head tracking with Kinect, which, while a bit gimmicky, was a forward-thinking experiment. Players could look into corners by turning their heads, adding an additional layer of immersion that hinted at the future of racing game technology. Or so we thought until the Kinect quickly crashed and burned. Lastly, the game improved its AI through the new Drivatar system, making opponents feel more human and less like predictable bots. Combined with the more adaptive World Tour mode, expanded car list, and enhanced multiplayer options, Forza Motorsport 4 didn't just feel like the next step, it felt like a full-blown evolution of the franchise. It showed that Turn 10 wasn't content with just making a solid racing game, they wanted to redefine what a console racing game could be. Forza Motorsport 4 wasn't just a great racing game, it was a defining moment for the genre and a true love letter to car culture. Building on the strong foundation of its predecessors, it pushed the series forward in nearly every way. The game delivered cutting-edge graphics for its time, with incredibly detailed car models, stunning environments, and a lighting system that brought everything to life. Its progression system was equally thoughtful, offering freedom and variety through the adaptive World Tour mode. The integration of Top Gear added humor, charm, and personality. Most importantly, Forza Motorsport 4 wasn't afraid to innovate. It introduced Auto Vista mode, Kinect head tracking, smarter AI, and deeper community features, showing that Turn 10 Studios wasn't just improving, they wanted to change the genre. Even years later, fans still look back on the game as a high point for the series, and for a good reason. It combined technical brilliance with a genuine passion for cars, delivering an experience that left a lasting impact on the racing game community forever. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Most people who watch my videos aren't. This has been Brandon Caliber. Thank you.